Elsie Hooper recalls activities and entertainment for young people in Salvo when she was growing up. Mrs. Hooper was interviewed in 2003 by Barbara Garrity Blake for the Cape Hatteras National Seashore Ethnohistory Project. The Outer Banks Community Foundation provided funds to digitize the original recording.
When I was growing up, went on the beach, and I never learned how to swim. I had stayed in the water, either while on that side or this side. Why I didn't drown. None of the girls. Jean did not learn to swim. Her sisters never learned how to swim. None of us that we grew up together learned how to swim around here. But we stayed in the water all the time.
Just wade and play.
The boys would be with us, and they'd knock us down. We'd think we were going to drown.
What kind of things did y'all do for fun as girls?
When we were growing up? Well, we were like to go to each other's house, and then when we got up teenagers, we went to each other's house, and we would cook fudge, pool candy. Now I don't know where you know what pool candy is or not.
Is it saltwater taffy?
No, it would be something like it, only it's harder. It's made with sugar and vinegar.
Oh.
And you boil it, and then when you have to take lard, grease on your hands so it won't burn you, and pull it until it gets stiff, and then you break it off in little taffy pieces, whatever, hard candy. Like, and I've got the recipe somewhere. I'll have to find that, and I'll send that to you too.
Yeah.
And but we did that, and the boys and girls was included with us, in the homes with us, and we'd go to each other's home and do that, and then we have we'd have tea and cookies, homemade cookies and things and such stuff as that, and we were allowed out, which there weren't people around here that you were scared to allow your children out after dark in the yard to play, but we would get out and play and run a ramp and do things like that. We were allowed to go on the beach when we got up a little age on us with the group. We were allowed to go on. We'd have what they call bonfires, and we'd have like hot dogs, marshmallows, and we'd take anybody's coat hangers we could take. I said if the parents knew we were taking their coat hangers, they would have hung us.
So it's more or less a pack of youngins. So
yes, they got together.
Oh yeah. And you just gang up and do stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
and
nice.
then as we got older and knew what clam bakes were, what we would do, someone would build us a bonfire, and we would roast clams and such stuff as that. Oh yeah. And then after we got up sure enough, teenagers, that we could be allowed to out, without feeling like that we were endangering, we would have dances, parties, and things to the old schoolhouse, what is the community building Road Anthony now, like Valentine parties. And what we would do, we'd all chip in them days and just throw a quarter in. If we had a quarter, if we didn't have a quarter, if we had a nickel, we'd throw the nickel in. If not, we didn't have no money, we'd share just like you did if you had $40. Everybody shared alike, and we'd buy like drinks. Mostly it was orange or grape, and we would all share. We would we'd take our little cups and things from home that we could have, and we'd have dances and all kinds of stuff like that is what we would do, and out taking pictures of one another,
and was it kids from Waves and Salvo that were all together, and Road Anthony?
Mostly it was Salvo until we got where we would walk from here to Waves and Road Anthony. The kids would.
Yeah.
And on Christmas time we went what they call serenading. We'd dress up, and I never would put nothing over my face because I couldn't breathe that good.
Serenading?
Yeah, that's what they call it. And we'd go from house to house. We'd dress up in old clothes and high heel shoes. I got a brother-in-law over here, the youngest one, and Jean's brother, Earl, and they dress up in their mother's clothes. Oh, they put a bra on and pattern herself and a hat on with a veil on it, and they'd paint their face sometimes. They'd paint their face black.
Right.
And they put high heel shoes and stockings on. Oh, you should see. And there are pictures floating around here in the neighborhood somewhere, so I know of the crowd. And then we got old enough that we could go from our neighborhood to Ways, and we were allowed to walk together. There was no highway, it was dirt roads.
Right.
And we'd walk, and we'd go to people's homes up there that would want us to come in, and people would have pies and cakes for us and
that
drinks
for
and all.
Christmas?
No. This was
Serenading was separate?
Yes, it was.
Just
Old
whenever you
Christmas
felt
was
like
to
it.
the schoolhouse, what they call schoolhouse in the neighborhood's got. The boys used to take what they call gum boots. You know what they are? They're hip boots.
Oh, right.
And which I never called them that, but they would call them that. And they'd take and cut the top part, the flap, you know how it come up and fasten to your belt?
Yeah.
They'd cut that off of a boot, and the boys would cut holes in it so their eyes and their mouths, cut their mouth, and cut nostril holes like that, and they put that on their face so no one could tell who they were. You see, we dressed so you wouldn't know who we were.
Right.
And I was a scaredy cat. I never would do nothing like that. The woman who preached out here too, Louise, her home was over in here. These houses over here belonged to her, and she built a store. Miss Lucy built a little old store, and they called it the Sweet Shop. And then they made homemade ice cream in the old big freezers then, and we'd go down there and get us a cone of ice cream. Oh yeah, after she started storing and stuff was shipped in here.
Right.
Oh yeah, just sit there, and she had a little booth built in the store, and she had a grocery store, and then what they call the Sweet Shop was built right on it, a room on it. We could go in there and eat ice cream and get us a drink, and we've done it many a time. Get us a lemon, and take a piece of peppermint, a stick peppermint candy, which that don't
Right.
taste to me like it did then when I was a child, which I don't reckon anything does.
Yeah.
And we'd bore a hole in that lemon, and we'd take that stick of candy and put down in there, and we'd suck that candy in the lemon juice.
Oh my gosh.